Today we're going to do a blink and a wink animation on Adobe Fresco using an iPad. So the first thing I did was create a drawing that I fashioned after Erte, who was a designer back in the last century. He did a lot of Art Deco kind of design, and I really enjoy it, so I fashioned it after that. When Erte designed, they used a lot of dramatic poses, a lot of makeup, and during the times of this illustration, eyebrows were very thin, and so I included that in my illustration. And I just worked on adding makeup, putting in some details of the face. I want to get the face just where it needs to be before I start copying and making new frames. And eventually I get finally to a place where I feel like I can create a new frame, and that's coming up here very soon. So we're going to click on a motion tool to create the frames. The frame dialog comes open at the bottom, and the first thing we're going to do is duplicate that frame. Now I've got a second frame. Everything's turned purple. That's just the onion skin. Feel free to turn it off. And we're going to change the second frame, and I just dive right in and I start drawing right over those eyes. Now I'm not changing the first frame, I'm changing the second. And I go on here to add eyelashes to the first frame, and I add eyelashes to the second frame, and pretty soon you're going to see, once I clean this all up, the woman in the illustration blinks now. So I took a little break and I worked on a headpiece because doing the framework can be quite intensive. And once I finished doing this headpiece, I went back and I modified more frames. I actually created, by redrawing frames, I created the eye blink, looking to the side, and then looking down. These were all created by redrawing. But the next one I'm going to show you is a shortcut. I want to create a wink, and I'm going to do it by copying and pasting. So first I'm going to create a new layer. That's going to be my working layer. And I'm going to go back to my action frames where all the action is happening below, and I'm going to find a frame to copy. Just the open eyes is all I'm going to use. And I'm going to go up to my new layer, and I'm going to paste the frame in the new layer. So after I've got the new frame up there, I'm going to go back to my action layer again, and I'm going to find where the eyes are closed. I am going to move up to my lasso tool, and I am going to lasso just one eye. Now I'm going to go over, when I have this lassoed, I'm going to go over to my side menu, and I'm going to use the layers tool to copy and paste that eye. It's automatically going to pop up a new layer with just the eye on it. As you can see, there it is with just the eye. So I'm going to move that above my new frame of my face, the new frame layer I made, and I'm going to merge them. So now I've got my working layer with the wink happening. So the next thing I'm going to do is go down to my my dialog box, and I'm going to copy that frame. Oh, it wasn't appearing. I had to press the motion tool again. So now I'm going to copy that frame, copying the wink frame, and I'm going to go back to my action layer, and I am going to go to the end of my action layer, and I'm going to paste. I'm going to paste that frame into my action layer. And so now I've got the wink in the action layer. I can go back up and I can do it multiple times so that the wink holds. I can go back up to my working frame and delete that. And so now I've got an additional motion happening with that face. So that concludes what I wanted to show you today. I know it's a lot of steps, but if you don't want to redraw all the time, you can do it through this copy paste method. And here's the final. So if you like this, please subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. See you on the next one.